Alright, so I was literally just about to go to bed, and yeah, something happened. Something happened. Someone legit has Dartmouth J.R. Smith already. Someone was legit lucky enough to get Tyronn Lue. You play one game, if you guys are curious how to get J.R. Smith. You unlock Tyronn Lue. How? Get lucky. That's literally the way to get Dartmouth J.R. Smith. You get lucky. It's not skill, it's not luck based, it's not, you know, grinding your heart out. You could literally play one game and then you get into the glitch market and then you, for some reason, get rewarded with a Dartmouth J.R. Smith, the level 40 grind. The grind that's going to take majority of people the entire season to do. And for some reason, 2K think that's a good idea. I don't get it. I don't get this season. This season is legit just boiled down to just RNG garbage. This season is genuinely awful so far. All the clues that they've added up to, just for it to be all luck based and all just like, I just don't get it, man. I don't get how 2K think it's a good idea to make a card that you get completely luck based, not through, you know, playing the game or, you know, collecting cards. You play one game or you play thousands of games to potentially then not even get the card, just to then, you could literally play hundreds of games and then the person next to you could play potentially one game, get Tyronn Lue, and save themselves 150 hours of grinding, potentially. Obviously, JR might not take that long to get, but it certainly feels that long. So yeah, this season is a big fat L for me, but I'm going to be grinding triple threat offline now, because now that you know Tyronn Lue is actually in the game, of course you're going to grind for him. Of course you're going to grind for him. It's 150,000 XP to get a card. You get the card, play one game, you have basically completed the season. You don't have to grind any XP anymore. Unless 2K decide to add like a 200,000, 300,000, to which case if they do, how are you going to get 200,000 if you don't get J.R. Smith? How on earth are you going to get 250,000 XP without getting that Tyronn Lue? I don't get this season, man. This season is so bad at the moment. I don't get why 2K think a random luck lottery that's already in the game already with packs that gives people a slight advantage anyway. Now it's not pay to win. I don't even know what this is. It's literally just luck. It's all RNG luck. Do you roll a dice? Do you roll literally one? It's like a 1 million sided die. Do you roll 1 million? Yes? Cool. You get the best card in this set so far. I just don't get the reason for it, man. I don't get the thought process behind this season. It generally feels like they're going, you know what, guys? You know what really annoy people? Let's just make this. I just want to know your guys' opinion on this. What do you guys genuinely think about this? Am I overreacting, or am I just like, because it's just like a consumer standpoint, right? Say I don't have a lot of time to play on this game, right? Obviously I do, because it's what I do for content and stuff. But say I don't have a lot of time to play this game. I have like 2 hours a day to play. I play 2K. I try my hardest to grind, and I just don't get him. And then someone over there plays one game potentially, because it can happen. You can play one game and get in the glitch market, because it's happened. Whereas other people have played 300, 400, 500 games and not even seen the glitch market once. I've played over 150 games, and the glitch market is not open for me. This thing is trash. I don't know why 2K think this is a good idea, but this is genuinely one of the worst things 2K have done. There's no skill involved. There's no like thought and planning in this. Like, you know what? I'm gonna buy out these players, then these cards, then these cards. It's literally all luck based. There's no other way to get this card other than you be incredibly lucky and get the glitch market to open. Not just the glitch market to open. This Tyronn Lue is probably even rarer than just getting the glitch. It's obviously even rarer than getting the glitch market to open in itself. But it's just, I just don't get it, man. I don't get why 2K thinks this is a good idea. People could literally play 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 games. It took Splash 2,300 games just to get a card out of the triple threat offline board. And now we have basically another board that you don't have to play triple threat online for. You can play any mode in the game. but it's just probably just as rare for you to see it open, or you could play one game, get it open, whereas the person next to you or the person like in your Discord call will play a couple hundred games, not see it open. The next person in your Discord call or your like friends group will get it in like 2 or 3 games. I don't get the reason for this. This is genuinely one of the worst things 2K have done in 2K. I'll be honest. Like, again, I might be overreacting. It might just because me just seeing it as the first thing. It might be an April Fool's joke. If it's an April Fool's joke, hats off to DBG, because that's like GG on that one, man. But this is generally awful. Like, I don't know any. The only person I think that's liking this is the person that's got JR. I don't know anyone else that thinks this is a good idea. A lot of people are taking the aspect of like, you don't have to be first, to which case I agree, you don't have to be first, but it's just a time sink. People can, obviously I say, spend 5 minutes on a triple threat offline game and get this Dartmouth JR Smith. Some people have to actually grind 150,000 XP to get him, whereas someone could just play a couple of games triple threat offline, get into the glitch market, and then all the grind is gone. You could have to grind for thousands of games just to even get the glitch market, let alone have Tyronn Lue in the glitch market. Like, again, I haven't seen the glitch market once. I know a couple other YouTubers who haven't seen the glitch market once. The randomness in this season is ridiculous. It's genuinely, I don't know why 2K keep deciding that random things that are RNG based are a good thing for their game. The Triple Threat Online, I've seen people play 10 to 20 boards of Triple Threat Online and have not even seen Julius Randle. Not even just like didn't get him, they haven't even seen him. And that's literally the case in Triple Threat Online and offline. It's every single season. I'm sure 2K have, like, since they've added opals in, I've messed with the odds of when they are seen, because it's rare I see an opal card in Triple Threat Online now. Like, it's really rare. It's rare even in Triple Threat Offline that the vault even opens for me. I don't know what 2K have done with the vault, but the vault very rarely opens for me anymore. It's rare I get a diamond consumable. It's rare I get a pack from the vault opening. Let alone now, there's another thing in the game that's completely RNG based. You have no impact on whether it's going to open or not. It's another thing that's completely RNG based that can completely skip the entire grind of this season. I do not get it. I don't get this season. This season is really, really strange. 1,000 MT, good stuff. And the vault doesn't, and the glitch market doesn't even open for me. Again, I've played over 100 games, and that's low. That's a low amount of games. There are people who have played a couple hundred games. Apparently someone's played 1,000 games and not seen it open. 2K needs to stop with this RNG stuff. I get it's keeping players on the game, but my argument is if you're pissing off people this much, people will leave and stop playing the game. Because why would you play the game? Why would you put so much time and effort into the game when you know someone has literally probably spent a couple hours playing Triple Threat Offline or Triple Threat Online and managed to get the best card of this save, the big grind of this season, Dartmouth JR Smith? It's just this. I don't get this game mode. I don't get this season. This season is genuinely such a massive flop. I was kind of on board with it for the most part. Like, I know when the season started, I was kind of iffy. I was sort of getting on board with it once all the clues and stuff added up, but the clues literally mean nothing now because someone has literally already got him from just playing a Triple Threat Online game, and someone now has 100. I think he had like 180,000 XP. Like this, I don't get this. I don't get this game, man. This season is such a massive letdown. It could have been so much better than what it is, but in turn now, it's literally what 2K's always been about. It's literally what Myteam's always been about. Luck in packs, but now it's swapped to luck in Triple Threat Online, luck in single player, just luck everywhere around this game mode at the moment. Play a Triple Threat game, nothing opened, just play another one. Didn't open again, just play another one. That's literally all this game mode's turned into. I don't know anyone that likes this system. The only people that like this system is potentially 2K employees because they know that people are still on the game, but the whole, I just don't like it, man. I don't like it. Again, guys, leave your comments down below because I really want to read your guys' comments on this because I just don't like this, man. Like, I don't like the fact that, obviously, it might just me being salty, but Again, like, even if I did get him, I'd say it's ridiculous. If I played like one game of Triple Threat offline, of course it's not just one game, but if you look at just the random factors, you have just as much of a chance of getting him if you play one game as if you play 1,000 games. You have literally the same chance of getting him every single game. Your chance doesn't go up the more games you play. It's the same with packs. The more packs you open doesn't increase your odds. The more games you play, it doesn't increase your odds. It doesn't increase the likelihood, because you can play thousands of games and have it not open. It's possible. Again, Splash played 2,000 games to get the dentist. It's how that's a thing in this game mode is ridiculous. How people can play 10 games and get a card, and other people have to play thousands of games to get a certain card, is genuinely ridiculous. I don't know how that has made it into the game, because it's not pay to win, it's luck to win. I don't know how that's a thing, but if you're lucky, you could say if you're lucky in packs, you have an advantage. If you're lucky in Triple Threat Online, you have an advantage because now you have a card that's luck-based to get. Yes, there is some skill to get up to the top boards, but the card itself, it popping up, is luck-based. To get Jerry Sloan, luck-based. To get, obviously, Galaxy Opal, a Fat Lever, it's not luck-based. You have to play a lot of games. To now get the level 40 JR Smith at the moment is luck-based. If you don't get that Tyronn Lue, you have to wait 3 or 4 weeks, potentially, to get this card, which is kind of ridiculous when you consider people are already getting him just by playing a random game and getting incredibly lucky, getting Tyronn Lue, playing one game with that Tyronn Lue, not doing something special with that Tyronn Lue, not like evoing the card up to like a pink diamond or an opal or something to then unlock the diamond JR. They play one card, they play one game with a gold card, and that gets you one of the rarest cards in the game currently. He is literally one of a kind at the moment because he's incredibly lucky. Not because he's skilled at the game, not because he's, you know, smart at the game and smart at making MT and smart at collecting cards, just because he's incredibly lucky. Alright boys, that's it for the video. I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your day. See you guys later, take care. Peace. I want to give a massive shout out to channel members Joe Sellin, Jack Lane, Lindsay, Knell, Josh's mum, and Vios. Thank you for your support, guys.